So I've been having a lot of conversations with people lately in groups and in sessions about trauma and what that means. And a lot of people have been saying, I don't have any trauma. And what they're thinking of is like the big traumas. They're like, I haven't been kidnapped by pirates. They think it's these big, big things. And it can be. It certainly can be those big things. The interesting thing, though, is when there is a big trauma, that is what we tend to pay attention to. Whereas the smaller traumas, in my world, in the world that I work in, a trauma is anything that you are not well-resourced enough in the moment to process entirely. And that is so important. I'm going to repeat it again in a second. It is so important because what it means is if you are up overnight with the stomach flu and you have to go to work the next day, or you have to get up and take care of your kids, or you have to take the dog to the vet and you don't have time to process it, that can lodge in your body as trauma. So trauma is anything that you are not well-resourced enough in the moment to entirely process. Most of what people come to me for ends up being these little accumulated traumas, as well as things that we don't think are trauma anymore. When we're talking about ancestral trauma, we're talking about things like how it was to be a woman or a person of color at a certain time, 2, 3, 5 generations ago. It wasn't great for a lot of people. And even if it was great, there can be inherited traumas around starvation, around jobs, around people losing their farms, or people, the Great Depression hitting people, or people coming from Europe where things were hard. Just the fact that they came over was hard. When there are traumas that haven't been processed, they are hard on you. They are wearing on you. What that means is that trauma can look like headaches. It can look like insomnia. It can look like fatigue. It can look like relationship problems. It can look like all these other things that it masquerades at, because that's where the pressure builds up. That's where the pressure goes in your system. It's not meant to punish you. It's meant to show you that there's still something there that wants to be processed and released. And that is a good thing. The point of this is not to say, oh my goodness, everybody is so messed up. You have so many traumas you don't even know. It's not that. The point is that these things, when our nervous system registers a trauma, we are designed to want to learn what we can learn from them, process it, and not have to repeat it and learn from it again. You can do it any way you want. I love doing it with NAP because NAP is efficient, it's effective, it's gentle, it's so fast. But whatever you're doing, if you're meditating, if you're doing talk therapy, if you're doing tapping, whatever you're doing that feels good and effective and healthy and fast and gentle and effective, I'm going to say that one again too, that's what's important, because you deserve to feel better. You deserve to let this out of your system.